Back with Teardown career mode, let's go to the computer to see what the next mission is. And let's start it. This mission is a pretty simple one, at least in concept. Have to move all the truck parts from the rafts to the escape truck. First thing I did was I jumped into this front loader and cleared this bit of road with it to make moving vehicles through a bit easier. Then lowered this bridge to be able to drive vehicles over it, of course. At the back of the map, the bridge's other side was stuck in the up position. Fixed that with some explosives. And here is the first target I want to move, some heavy tires tied together. Position the front loader in a way that the bucket is close to the tires and then hop out and connect the tires to the bucket with a cable. Then I can lift them up and drag them into a spot where I can load them into another vehicle. Though one of the tires ended up getting stuck and as a result it flipped the front loader onto its side. Release the stuck tire and went over to get the crane to flip the front loader back onto its wheels. After that, I could reconnect the tires and drag them into a good position to load them up into a truck. Had to prepare the truck a bit by opening up the roof, then use the crane to drop the tires inside the cargo area. Then I could move on to getting the next part that was close by out of the water. First, reverse the boat and the raft into a better position, then made bit of a mistake by blowtorching all of the cables at this point before having the crane connected to the part. The part of course rolled backwards, almost ending up in the water. So I hopped into the crane to try to connect the hook, but the crane didn't quite have the reach, so I instead connected the part with a cable to the crane's boom. Then sort of carefully lifted the part out of the water and dragged it onto land. Once it was out, I connected it to the truck with the tires in it by using a cable. Now I could drag it over to the escape truck like a trailer. Went well until it got stuck upside down on the bridge. Used the front loader to get it unstuck from that position by connecting the part to the bucket with a plank and then dragging it. With the part unstuck, I could continue the drive, putting both parts through the circle area to load them up into the truck. Then I just had to go get the final part. That is pretty close, thankfully. First, clear the road a bit more with the snowplow truck. I would also use this truck to drag the part to the escape truck. Then I brought in another crane to pick up the part from the raft, and this time I connected the hook to the part before releasing the cables. With the hook connected, I could blowtorch the cable holds without having to worry about the part starting to move. And with the part free from the raft, I could pick it up, and after getting the crane turned, lower it next to the snowplow truck. Then I just connected the part to the snowplow truck with a cable and drove to the escape truck to load in the final part. With all the parts loaded up, I could hop into the escape truck and complete this mission. Some nice snowmen outside of our warehouse there, heading back inside to the computer to check out what the next mission is. And then of course, starting it. So in this mission, we need to steal some Christmas decorations from the mall. Security this time around is some robots, so just need to be careful to not get spotted by them. First decided to head onto the roof by climbing up this truck and then making a ramp by using quite a few planks. Getting up that, and then making another slightly smaller plank ramp. Going up that, we are on the roof. First decided to get the star decoration from this Christmas tree, knocked it down with a sledgehammer and looked as it fell down, trying to grab it for whatever reason. Grabbed the star that was pretty stuck in this hole, but after a bit got it out. Then just simply carried it to the van. Next up, this decoration that is just behind my beautiful plank ramp, made a hole in the roof with the shotgun, which of course caused the decoration to fall down onto the floor. Made the wall a bit lower by shotgunning it a couple of times, then crouched down to grab the decoration and pulled it outside, all while a robot almost activated the alarm. After a bit of struggling, got the decoration out fully, and then I could load it up into the van. Next, decided to head back onto the roof of the mall for this decoration. Here I could make a hole in the roof just with the sledgehammer, first making the hole on the wrong side, then on the correct side. The decoration fell down again, and of course, there was a robot that came right up next to the decoration. Had to break this wall a bit so I could get low enough to grab the decoration. Also, while doing that, grab this valuable. Got tired of this robot not moving away, so decided to shoot a rocket at it. Then headed down to grab the decoration. Got it outside pretty quickly. Dropped it onto this balcony, where I decided I would get the other decoration that was close by as well. Broke in through this window and for some reason decided to throw down the other decoration at this point. But anyways, headed inside, put down a plank and made a hole in the floor from which I could grab this decoration. This time I managed to shoot far enough away to not cause the decoration to fall down. So grabbing it was a lot easier this time, but getting it through the hole was a bit of a struggle, as was getting it outside, up this plank and through the window. Had to place down some more planks to make getting up with the decoration easier, and once the front end of the decoration was outside, I headed outside as well and dragged the decoration through. Proceeded to throw it down next to the other one, then just dragged both of them to the van to load them up. Just 2 targets left now. First decided to go get the one at the back. Positioned this forklift and pickup truck in a way that I could use them to get up here. Then made another plank ramp to get to the next floor. Breaking this railing to make it a bit easier. Once I got up, I headed above the decoration and proceeded to sledgehammer the floor, which caused the decoration to fall down. Was annoyed by this. But then I shotgunned a hole, and of course there was a robot right on top of the decoration. Did the same thing as the previous time. The decoration has fallen down, but this time fell down all the way inside. Decided to make a hole here as an escape route, then ran past the robot to grab the decoration, but the robot spotted me and activated the alarm. And once I passed, I realized I hadn't made any quick saves, so I got to restart the whole level. So going to quickly describe how the retry went. Got onto the roof the same way. This time I remembered to quick save now and then, moved these gift boxes out of the way, then brought down the Christmas tree, felt the Christmas tree this way, it made a nice hole in the roof, which I jumped down, released the star, broke this window, struggled to pull the star through, but got it eventually, dropped down with the star and headed to the van to load it up. Then for these ones I was a bit more careful to not cause them to fall down this time. First got these two at the other side of the mall, was a bit easier thanks to not dropping them onto the ground. Then, before the other two, decided to grab this ball decoration hanging from the roof of the mall, carefully smashing the glass so the ball doesn't fall down, and then grabbing it and pulling it through the hole. Once it was up, I released the cable and threw it onto the ground where I could easily pick it up later. After that, headed to the decoration that ended the last run. This time managed to shotgun a hole in a way that didn't cause the decoration to fall down, so I was easily able to get it this time. Dragged it to the van and also got the ball and carried it to the van as well. Then it was time for the last decoration, again carefully shotgunning a hole and grabbing the decoration. Loading it up into the van, then jumped into the van myself to complete this mission. Back at the warehouse, straight to the computer to see what the next mission is. And starting it as well. This might be the hardest heist of career mode. The targets are very separated, not just in distance, but in height. Some are far below the starting area, while some are far above it. The route planning and preparation for this heist was very long, so in order not to make this section too boring, I'm just gonna go over the highlights of preparing the route. You will see how it comes together once I do the full run. Used a bomb to make a hole in the floor here. Broke this window almost fully with the sledgehammer. Used another bomb to make a hole into a wall this time. Pulled a plank ramp to get up this container. Broke this window with the sledgehammer. Very carefully made a plank bridge up to this cliff from the window, and another one from the cliff to this window. Also smashed the window with the sledgehammer. opened it up a bit more from the other side as well, and improved the plank bridge from here to the cliff a bit. Then once again broke another window with the sledgehammer, and then used a blowtorch to get rid of this metal beam that was also in the way, and another plank bridge from the window to these stairs. Used the shotgun to make a hole in this wall and also make a path through this shipping container. Made another hole with the shotgun, this time through this window, and open it up a bit more. With the preparations done, it was time to attempt a run. Quick saved at the starting point and grabbed the first item. Yes, I used this quite slow elevator as part of the run, and yes, I'm gonna leave it in the video. Got quite close, but needed to make some optimizations to save time in a few places, so got to work on those. First, moved this table out of the way, then blew up this part of the walkway. Here I decided to do quite major work by blowing up some of the factory machinery, so I could get a straighter running line. Removed part of the railing from these stairs with the blowtorch. Cut off the forks from this forklift to open up the path here. Carried this thing out of the way, moved this robot out of the way, and then patched up the holes it left with planks. Opened up this hole a bit and placed another plank down into a better position. Improved this plank bridge more. With that, it was time for another run attempt. So again, quick saved at the start and picked up the first target. Got very close this time, but not quite. Just needed few more optimizations in movement. Also blew up this support beam that was getting in the way with a few bombs. Third time's the charm, so once again quick saved at the start and then picked up the target to start. Well, okay, not quite third time's the charm, but maybe fourth. And there we go, there's this level completed, even with a few small mistakes during the run. Back at the warehouse, got a rank up, and with that a cash reward, which I picked up and then headed to the computer to upgrade my tools. Max amount of fuel for the blowtorch, maxed out the shotgun, maxed out the amount of cables and upgraded the stretch, and got some more planks and maxed out the length. With those done, it's a good point to end the video.